But here's where curiosity started for me. I guess I must have been watching my father with his camera that he borrowed from his younger brother to take this picture, because I engaged, I guess, even at an early age. What the heck was that, Dad? I didn't even speak at the time, but I can see those eyes focusing on something. And that's where curiosity started. My parents were extraordinary. We didn't have a lot of money. My mother, when she was growing up, had newspapers on the bed back in the Depression. And my dad was first-generation Canadian from parents that came from Poland and the Ukraine. So I had the opportunity of having these two extraordinary people who did not have the same kind of opportunities growing up. And it's one thing to say that, well, I didn't have that opportunity. Look at everything people do today. It's quite another to say, I didn't have that opportunity. How can I help you get it? So that we turn from being very self-focused to being out of self and trying to make some change happen. So in 1946, I wasn't even a year old when this picture was taken. This is one of the first images taken of the Earth from space. Now you look at it now and you're going, what is that? A lot of people say, that's a black and white picture of what? You can't really tell what it is, but people were so excited because they'd never seen this view before. And it changed a lot of things. It made people far more curious. And my parents believed in creativity, so they wanted to provide us tools with which we could go out and create. It didn't matter what we were creating. They gave us these little brownie box cameras, and I used mine and took this picture of these plastic model rockets. You see up in that far right corner? Can you see that way back there? I know you get another screen. Those are little plastic model rockets I built. There were no explosives in those days, but I'm sure if there were, I would have had some. And so what happened was that I became a teenager. How many here have been a teenager? Yeah. How many here have teenagers at home? Yeah, sympathy everywhere. So what happens when you're a teenager, especially for me, a young girl in high school, I kind of wanted to be accepted a little more. I was playing sports and everything, but I kind of wanted people to like me. And I didn't want to tell anybody that I had these plastic model rockets, so I threw them all out. I threw them all out. Well, I got into the space program, and all I could think about were those plastic model rockets. And it really made me feel very upset that my parents had spent so much time when I was young to provide me with these creative tools. And I made space stations, and I thought about things, and I'd thrown them all out. I discarded this life. So that Christmas, first one after the space program, in 1983, under the Christmas tree, there was this big box with this red bow on, and when I opened it, inside are all these plastic model rockets. For those who are parents in this room, or aunts or uncles, whatever, don't let some passionate child throw something out. Just put it in the garage in a box somewhere, because they'll love you to pieces. And that's what they are. So now, people from the zoo, excuse me, you can go down to the Bush Plane Museum, because that's where they are, to provide an opportunity for other people to see what being kind to young children, and at any age, and encourage them to think about creativity, what it will do.